go, Bumblebee.
Hey there, guys and gals. I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy. Today on the collector's table, I finally get my Bumblebee Mdlx figure here. This first Mdlx figure in the Transformers line of Mdlx figures from ThreeZero here, with that highly articulated body and this awesome, durable Mdlx ThreeZero technology that makes these figures so awesome. Just like those larger scale DLX figures I've gone over on the channel. I got a few of those, and these are just a smaller scale version of that with the same technology and the same totally awesome look, feel, and just amazing design and detail. These figures are awesome. I can't wait to get this little guy out of the box. Can't wait to get the others out of the box. And I can't wait to get more of the DLX figures. I got a ton of those. I just absolutely love my Transformers collectibles. This looks to be awesome. Now, before we get this little Bumblebee out of this box here, go ahead and hit like on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. I'd love to have you on board as a subscriber. And go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future DLX and Mdlx Transformers unboxings and videos from ThreeZero. Now, before we pull this figure out of the box, let's go ahead and check out the box art a little bit closer. All right, guys and gals, for a smaller box, this thing absolutely looks awesome. It packs an artistic punch. This Mdlx Bumblebee box is just absolutely amazing. Now, this figure's only a little bit over 5 inches tall, but he has all the totally awesome detail of that bigger DLX figure. Now, it has the Transformers logo. It has a Bumblebee logo. It has just lots of stuff going for it, including the ThreeZero logo and so much more. This figure is made in collaboration with ThreeZero and with Hasbro. As you see the Hasbro logo on this box, the box speaks for itself. It's Bumblebee, guys and gals. It is Bumblebee and it is Transformers. It's ThreeZero. Now let's get this figure out of the box. All right, we just lift this tab here, pull this little feller out of the box here, turn it around there, see him right there, that open face box. And now we actually see that figure right there. Look at that. All right, guys and gals, here is this Mdlx Bumblebee figure here. These Mdlx figures are based off our original 80s, early 80s G1 Transformers right now. So this is Mr. Bumblebee as that Volkswagen Beetle here. He just looks awesome. He is just one of the coolest, most endearing Transformers that was ever created. I'm just telling you, man. If you're a Transformers fan, then you love Bumblebee. You got to. He's just amazing. The color scheme of Bumblebee launched generations of automobiles and vehicles that are painted with the yellow and black Bumblebee look. You talk about Bumblebee, the Transformers, they know Bumblebee, and that guy right there looks like Bumblebee. I absolutely love this figure right here. You know, that is awesome coloration there. The guys and gals over there at ThreeZero are just absolutely amazing with matching colors. Now, if you look in the background there, you see that I brought out my larger scale Bumblebee, the DLX Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. That is one of the two Bumblebees that I have from the Bumblebee movie. This is the yellow version. I have the gold version in a case. DLX, big guy. Mdlx, smaller guys. There are more Mdlx Transformers out there and that are coming, and I just hope they keep bringing out the Mdlx and the DLX. I just love these ThreeZero Transformers figures. That is currently my favorite line to actually collect. Getting back to this Bumblebee figure here, all I could do is just let you look at the detail, because it's everywhere. You sit down there at his feet and you can see the wheels and everything from the car, and you can see the front lights and everything from the car. That Bumblebee face, look at it, that looks pretty cool. You can see those bluish eyes, and you can see that Transformers, that Autobots logo, and then the face of this Bumblebee figure. And I love these bee antennas and everything that come out of the side of his heads. I just love that. This figure just looks amazing. There's almost too much to go over with this guy. Now, with this figure, we get an extra head sculpt. Now we're going to go ahead and pick this head sculpt up. They're smaller head sculpts, but what you can see the difference is that the one that's on the body, you can see that it is two separate eyes there. There's no shield or anything, face shield down on his face, so you can actually see the nose and mouth kind of area of his face. Looks just to me kind of like the cartoon. If you watch the cartoon, you can see Bumblebee's face. Now on the head sculpt that's in my hand, you can see he's got like a visor or a face mask down, and you can see that the blue of the eyes comes out a lot more because it's right across the whole top part of where his eyes are. And then you see all the rest of the silvers and the blues and the black like shading and everything on this. It's just absolutely amazing. We look at this figure, we see a lot of shading on this figure where it's, it's an old beat up Volkswagen, so it's got a lot of like dirt like shading, which is really cool. And I just wanted to show you all the detail in the silvers, the blacks, the yellows, and then all this chrome plated stuff that's down here, and where we have all these different flaps and everything. A lot of that stuff moves. There's a lot of stuff on here that moves. I love this, got the front grill there. Just that front, I love that front look there at the feet of this figure. Reminds me of my G1 Bumblebees that I have. I've got a bunch of those little guys in my collection. But look at this right here. So this is three different scales here. This is the original Bumblebee here, the yellow version. There is the Mdlx, and there is the DLX. And you can see, look at that. That's just crazy that we've went from this to this right here. This is just amazing. Of course, just tons of articulation at the head. Not only the head but the neck too. So just tons of articulation. These arms are very, very durable, and they move just perfectly. But not only do you see that the arm moves, but you also saw, look at that, there's a piece of articulation there with the shoulder armor there. Just crazy articulation. Some of it didn't even know. Sitting here trying to go over the shoulder articulation, I find that there's articulation there. We have articulation here at the elbow, at the arms there. We have articulation. Oh my gosh, yeah, at the waist. Look how awesome that thing moves, frontwards and back. There's articulation underneath here too, so that's absolutely awesome. Is there anything on the back here? That doesn't twist or anything. Anything over here that moves? No, not necessarily. So I'm just checking this stuff out with you as we do this. My gosh, look at that articulation there. We got articulation here, here, and down around here. The double jointed knee, look at that. That's pretty darn wild. And then that hip socket there just moves just effortlessly. And then we got totally awesome movement down there. There's lots of crazy points of articulation on this. Don't want to really tear up anything, but I wanted to go over some of that articulation before we go over the extra accessories here. The other accessories being two extra sets of hands, hands that are open and hands that hold. Now the reason why you'd want hands that hold is because we get Bumblebee's laser blaster. This gun looks totally awesome. It's going to look cool in his hands. I can't wait to get in there, but let's go over it again. Here it is. It's like charcoal gray, really, really light black, or really, really dark gray. It is pretty nicely made. Great detail, and it's cool that we get a weapon with this little figure. And there we go. That laser blaster is firmly placed in that new hand that I put on there, and he looks just awesome. This figure looks great. There's just so much with this figure. Everything looks great. Just all the mechanics of this figure. It's just kind of wild to me that they can create this kind of stuff like this with that great technology that ThreeZero has over there. Just an amazing figure, and I'm just glad to add it to my Bumblebee, my Transformers collection. Really cool. Price point is not too bad. There are still figures out there, and I'm going to have a link to bigbadtoystore.com to grab you one of these guys. That is this ThreeZero 5 to 6 inch tall Bumblebee figure here from the new Mdlx line of figures coming out of the ThreeZero camp. This is the first one, the first Mdlx figure to come from the Transformers line. It is Bumblebee. I can't wait to go over future Mdlx figures. So hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that in future Bumblebee and Transformers unboxings. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. I'd love to have you on board as a subscriber. And hit that like button on this video for me, please. That's awesome. I am that 80's Nostalgic Toy Guy. Thank you very much for joining me at the collector's table once more for one cool, fun, awesome unboxing here. I look forward to getting back to the collector's table real soon to unbox something awesome, something cool, something old, or something new. All right, this Bumblebee figure, you know, he's on a mission, and he just stopped by to let me go over him for you and for myself. He looks amazing, but I've got to let him go. He is on a mission. He has got to go thwart the Decepticons' evil plan once more. I can't hold him back. I've got to let him go, and I've got to let you go. But I will be back at the collector's table real soon.